Alright, for everyone on YouTube, I don't know what button I hit to end my recording, but we're back. You might have lost a few minutes, but just go to Twitch if you, because I've just been roaming around killing stuff anyways. Alrighty, we'll do Elijah Queen. But yeah, anyways, for everyone on YouTube, I don't know what button I hit that ended my recording, but apparently I did. This never happens with the Twitch stream though, so it must be a very specific button, because I have all of my controls off to the side of the keyboard. I've actually been considering buying one of those additional, like the fancy little stream things. I know technically anything can be a hotkey, and I could plug in a old Atari controller and make that my hotkeys if I really wanted to, but I just like the idea of having a little deck that makes pauses and stuff happen. It feels nice and organized. Alrighty, I guess she's in neither of these places, which is wild. Or maybe I've just somehow managed to miss her exact location, because technically she could be in a couple places here, but we're just gonna go north, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, Callan, so this is actually an interesting question for you, and I've been meaning to ask it, and I just haven't gotten around to it. One of the things I'm really curious about is, like, what is the level of op the guns get to? Like, how overpowered are they? Does it get to the point where if I have the best game and best gun in the game, and I go into the hardest point, like, am I going to have difficulty, or is the gun going to completely invalidate it? I technically don't necessarily care if which way they went. If like I would definitely like difficulty for longevity, but it would also be cool if the end game was a little bit different than it is in base game, where it's mostly just an ammo sink on enemies that you're never going to be able to handle all of. Like you just kind of I'll never forget back when the longest save I ever had was way back when I started playing, and some of those poise were so ridiculous with wave spawns. Like even with two turrets watching my back, like it just became a horrible slog to get through, and I would love it if that was not the case in this mod. I would absolutely adore it if like they hit a mix of difficulty where it's challenging, but I don't have to feel like I'm just sinking unending all of my ammo into an unending horde. Yeah, basically that's kind of what I'm looking for in the end game, like a mix of challenge but also fairness, and I don't feel like that's there in the base game at all. Like it's not that it's wrong the way they did it, I just feel like it's tedious the way they did it in the base game. If you can even call it an end game, really, it's just doing harder poise with more zombies, and now that they have the special zombies, more special zombies as well. I think I'm gonna go to the top of that mountain there and see if I can see anything. Actually, now that I think about it, I should check this road here. Like, it's not impossible for Jen to have been there, but it's just unlikely. Man, I remember when I started, for some reason they like to put Jin's compound like a little ways away from any poise in the mountains. Like, that was kind of weird placement for it. I have no idea why they like to do that way, way back. They don't do that anymore, thankfully, but yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, like, I'm not really sure if that's a good thing, though. Like, they've made the trader generation pretty predictable to the point where I'm actually surprised I haven't found one yet. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it would be cool if I could just run into a trader I wasn't expecting to find in some random area of the map. Like, that would be pretty cool, but that just doesn't happen anymore like it used to way, way back. Actually, really more in the loss of random traders. Like, it was always nice. It was a nice change to your playthrough to, like, not know which of the traders you were going to run into. Like, it really changed it up. If you ran into Jen first, like medical stuff was done, but in the base game that is, your medical stuff was basically done, but nothing else was. If you ran into, you know what? I've been playing Tarkov so much I don't even remember what the base game traders do all that well. It doesn't really matter. What is my goal about streaming? Well, I mean, of course it's fun, but I'd love to become affiliates. Yeah, I will probably check out a mod to do that at some point, but I honestly think it should just be in the base game. Like, I feel like it's bad that they like for the like in the like if they wanted to have a set on the rails experience, they already have the Nagazov or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce this. But anyways, they have the base game map, and then like if they want to have set traders, it's fine for that. But why would they make it like anything but random in random world generations? What I mean, like oh hey Jen, she's just right here. Ooh, I will be checking. I'm gonna make a note of that mod. Thanks, Callan. Uh, Notepad. There we go. All right, thanks, Callan. I'm gonna check that mod out. All right, thanks. Thanks, Elijah. Feel free to recommend whatever you need to. All right, I have crap in that. There we go. Alright, let's just visit Jen and see if she has anything for me. I actually kind of need food and water. Yeah, sure, I'll check that out. Like I said, I'm not really going to look at Discord until I'm done screaming, but I will check that out. But yeah, old-timey traders. So, like, I would honestly, like, every change they've made to traders has kind of been bad, so old-timey sounds amazing. Do I have anything I can drink right now? Let's see. Salt outfit. I can just scrap that, actually. Actually, maybe I'll sell it. I don't really plan on... Green military pallets in the compound have a bunch... Yeah, I know, I've actually seen that at least once. Alright, let's see, what do I want to sell? We'll just get rid of the old helmet light because I actually looted a better one. I'm going to hurt myself with a grenade, but I'm probably going to keep it. Honestly, I don't really have that much I want to sell. How much does this sell for? 7... Yeah, sure, I feel like that's a little more valuable for me right now. Alright, what do you have and do I want to buy any of it? So I was considering buying the P90, but it's kind of too expensive. I already have the night vision. I have some. I'll buy one of these just so I have it on hand. Anything else I care about? I could use some more ACP ammo. Just gonna buy. Wow, that's so much money. Maybe I'm gonna buy like 100 just to have it on hand. I could use some antibiotics because I haven't had. Well, that's a lot of money. Herbal antibiotics. Maybe I'll buy one of these just to have it on hand. Spencer's, adrenaline. Um, let's see. Sewing kits are kind of pointless now. Jar of honey. Yeah, let's just have that on hand, I guess. Do you have food? You just move over to. You have one bread loaf and some beer. Okay. Well, I was hoping for some water, but whatever. Buy this, yes. I don't really care about the injectors personally. Chemist station, buy this, yes. Alright, now we technically never need to see her again because I already have the ump and I'm not gonna go for the PP90 or P90 rather. But yeah, definitely will do Elijah Queen. Yeah. Like I've already got the ump and I don't need another crazy eat up all my ammo gun. So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go to the MP7. Like if anything I need a gun that's more like this where I'm going to conserve the ammo better. Where's my bike? So I could set up a base near beside Jen, but I don't know. All right, see you, Elijah Queen. But yeah, I think my limit's gonna be like one crazy eat up all the ammo gun. Yep, bye. One crazy eat up all the ammo gun, and then I want a practical kind of like middle gun, and I think the AK might be that. And then I want one gun that's just going to absolutely annihilate something big and awful that's running at me. This is a pretty nice one for the base, actually. Like, I think I'm gonna clear this and make a temp base right here. Alrighty. We're gonna try to be ammo efficient because I've kind of been letting that 500 ammo go to my head and I'm kind of low on it now. Let's see. I know there's zombies in here, so they can just start popping up at any time. Yeah, I definitely want the assault rifle. Or the Velociraptor assault rifle, if only because it's called the Velociraptor and I was that kid that got way too excited about Jurassic Park. I loved dinosaurs as a kid. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's my little way of avenging. I love to take over Rex's original compound just because it's like, yeah. Oh, hey, where'd you come from? Yeah, let's see. I think it's just the building that I really need to pay attention to. How am I out of stamina already? Oh yeah, I should also like make a campfire very soon. I should find some rocks actually. Yeah, definitely. I do have to give them the poise. Like as much as I complain about a lot of the stuff the Fun Pimps have done and will probably do in the future, the poise have never been one of the things I want to complain about. Like now, mind you, I do mind you, I do wish they would go back a little bit to the old style where the poise were more random and zombies just kind of wandered around a lot more. However, I also like do admire what they've done with the poise. Yeah, I know that's one of the things that always bothers me. Like, why does aiming down a scope drain your stamina? Like, I can hold my arms like this for a very long time, mind you, and I'm not like and I've never like held a gun before. So like if I can hold my arms like that for a while, like I should be able to like my character should definitely be able to hold their arms up for a while. Do we have any good sources of stone around here? I think that's stone right there. I'm not sure. But yeah. Honestly, at this point, if I had to say there's two things keeping me playing this game. The first is mods. The second is honestly, there is no game that quite has the poi and auto generation system so down as this one. Ah, that would probably be it. But yeah, I could understand if they couldn't figure out how to remove it. Yeah. It's actually, in my experience as a programmer, the hardest possible thing you can do is have to remove one small piece of someone else's code because you never know what's going to break. That's always the absolute hardest thing. Like, I'm a web dev myself, so most of what I have to work with is WordPress, Shopify kind of things, which are a little less complex than game dev, but let me tell you, having to remove something is the absolute worst thing to do. Like, you just never know what's going to break because something else was depending on it. Get some storage, some fire. Alright. And then we're gonna go inside and set up a little bit of a base. Come on. There you go. I am starving in the game. By the way, I mentioned this on one of my previous streams. Wait, what? Okay, so full auto. My axe is full auto. That's funny. Let's see. Where's the enemy? Oh, behind me apparently. Oh, that's one way to wake everyone up. Oh, that was such a fail. I missed so many shots. Yeah, I can definitely understand why you'd wanna, especially with this game where things constantly break and get broken. Like I could understand wanting to learn the code just to ease it out. We do have some food, so I will eat. Yeah, the it's definitely worthwhile to learn a little bit of code because it's never as hard as you'd think it is. Most of the complexity is going to come down to things you would never think are complex. Like as an example, trying to remove something being 10 times harder than trying to add something. Oh hey, you're behind me? Ooh, someone's getting shot in the knees. It's kind of weird that being shot in the knee kills a zombie. But hey, whatever. I'll take it. Yeah, I know, right? I was actually I was ranting about this off video to someone else in real life, but like literally all the Fun Pimps has to do to make this game about 10 times better, find a way to have learn by doing and magazines at the same time. Don't take away either system, don't change either system, just leave them both in. That way people who just want to be in their base all day and craft can use learn by doing, and people who don't want to learn by doing can just go out and loot magazines. I have no idea how hard it would be. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if there's some kind of weird conflict that I wouldn't even consider, but yeah, I would personally love that. Alright, we got some storage. We don't use this ammo type, so we will, oh wait, I'm gonna have to get the workbench again. Workbench. There we go. And I'll also need a forge, since they took my forge and my workbench by destroying my save. There we go. Alright, the forge is just gonna be like, moment, I'm gonna break some stuff. Ooh, ammo boxes. Oh. Wow, that is a difficult to break thing. Anyways. Yeah. Honestly, like, I think this game could be 4 or 5 times better if every time they wanted to remove something, they just left whatever they wanted to remove in, and instead just added whatever the new thing is and let them coexist. I realize that's not always an option, but yeah, I feel like that would help a lot with this game, honestly. Alright, let's just dump everything. Dump everything, please. And then we'll just get back to stuff we want. We used ACP. We might need this. We don't use that. So we'll break that down soon. Don't use 726, right? It's 5 something. Yeah, it's 5. Okay, so we don't need that. So we'll break that down. Yeah. Alright, we'll bring these into our inventory too so that we can do this with more safety. Oh wait, this is actually something we can use, right? No, it isn't. Never mind. Want 25. Yep. Oh, that's a Russian. Well, that's oddly specific. I mean, I know like I know people who are really into guns will go a very long way to like make whatever gun they have accessible for the shooting range, but it's wild that like there's a significant amount of like whatever material you would need to make that to, in like an American setting. But yeah, recipe. Let's get this bullet disassembly started. I really admire that they had the forethought to have like 10 hundreds in here. That's really good. A lot of people wouldn't have had the foresight to do that, and I really appreciate it. Let's see. Interesting. I think I played with the TT-33 and it was fine, but it didn't like impress me or anything. Alright, let's just check my ammo. I don't think I used 919 actually. Somehow I just ended with a bunch of that, right? Yeah, I don't use that. Ooh, this is gonna be a lot of stuff to disassemble. Alrighty, we got our disassembly started. I should also put my um, campfire down. And I had all the stuff for the campfire, so I'm just going to get it again because that annoys me. Where did my campfire go? Did I put it in here? Yep. Alrighty. We're almost to a point where I'm not going to use the creative mode anymore. Wow, 10 beakers. I can't just get one. Grill, I believe it was called. Yeah, grill. And then what was the last one? Pot. Pot. There we go. Wild, you can't just get one, but whatever. I'll just anyways. Alright, what can we do for food and water? Oh wait, we need wood first. And I think I used up all my wood, so I'm just gonna have to go out and break something down. Okay, well that was a lot less wood than I was expecting. Oh, that's cool. But yeah. I honestly have to give the amount of forethought the Tarkov devs have put into, or the Tarkov overhaul devs have put into this game. Like, there's so many little things like that that I just love. Like they put the thought and time and effort into this, from having from having a hotkey to change your gun modes, to having a radial menu for the a radial menu for your mods, and having so many mods. Like, honestly, there's just so much stuff that's awesome. All right, but yeah. Anyways, I would honestly probably consider that as well. The like what you added to the FT code, that actually makes a lot of sense. But yeah. Let's see. Where are we going with this? All right, look at all this stuff we can craft. So I'm kind of like 80%. I think I'm like 95% done with creative menu. So we're gonna start playing the game right again. Eee. We'll just dump all of our ammo stuff in here. Alright. Did we have any others? ACP, so we'll keep that one because that's ACP 25, 39. We don't need that one. So recipe, disassemble. Wait, what? 39. Wait, which one are we using? 39? Oh, wait, we're using 39, so I don't want to disassemble 39. Why is that stacked separately like that? This one I want to disassemble, right. Not a tragedy, but would have been annoying. 762, let me see. 762, 762. 19, I don't need the 9 times, so we'll disassemble that one. Um, this is the 5, this is the one for my assault rifle, right? Yeah. And then, alright. There we go. I think I've disassembled most of this, but let me just do, here we go. There's a few more, you're right. That is a lot of 9 times 18 ammo. I almost feel like I'm doing math when I'm looking at all of the ammo in this game. Yeah. Alrighty. This disassembled. This is a big one. Alright, what can we make though, now that we're disassembling so much stuff? I guess I would definitely like more ACP ammo if I can make it. Yes, I can. Only 13, but we'll get more. Yeah, I'm vaguely aware of like NATO having like NATO versus Soviet style. If I'm not mistaken, is it who makes the weird ones? Is it I want to say Israel makes their own, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not super educated on that matter. Someone makes their own. And then there's if I'm not mistaken, India once made a once made a assault rifle for themselves, and I think it was standard ammo, but it sprayed people with oil for some reason. All right, there we go. Get rid of this one. Honestly, I don't mind the like. I kind of like the crafting. So I'm kind of mixed on this, I should say. Like on one hand, I kind of like that you spend a lot of time in the crafting menus because of the ammo. But on the other hand, I'm sure if they had like all the time in the world, they could come up with a slightly better system than this that just runs a little bit better. But honestly, it is a really good system, all things considered. So I'm not going to hold it against them. Also, I should get my forge started. They got a lot of iron. Well, actually, do I want to put the iron in here? I'm not sure. I might just go, well, this is a pretty good area and it's right beside Jen, so, and she is the only trader I have right now. Oh, right, I need the tools for the, I actually had a crucible on the, and I lost it on that last save, so I need to do that. Creative mode, crucible. It's actually not hard to craft a crucible in this mod. Crucible, what was the word for this? Forge, no, what was the word for it? Anvil, anvil was the word for it. There we go. And then what was the other thing? Billows. There we go. Alrighty. Now I think we're almost like 100% to it. I mean, you know, we wouldn't be America if we didn't have at least one weird thing in all of our systems. Like it's part of what makes us us. Also, I'm sure it has something to do with that pirate who stole the metric stuff. It's mostly his fault. For people who don't know what I'm talking about, basically there was a America was going to switch to metric, and they had a ship full of stuff that was meant to help America do that. But then a pirate hit that ship and stole it all. So yeah, we never switched. Piracy caused it, and you thought piracy was a victimless crime. You were right, but that's beside the point. All right. Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually pretty weird. So so 0.223, and wow, that's complicated. Like I'm a computer guy, so I know like having weird parts with 100 designations is kind of like just comes with the territory. But yeah, they take it to another level with ammo. See, we do want to bring our food with us, the lockpicks. We want our money with us, I guess. Alright, and there's our iron. Let's smelt our iron a little bit. Please smelt the iron. Thank you. Oh, I put that in the smelting, not the fuel. Oops. That would explain why nothing was working. Yeah, I know, right? Like, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, too, that guy, the pirate was chartered by European power, which might have been Great Britain, even if I'm not mistaken. And so, like, yeah, I guess we know who to blame now, don't we? The can of condensed milk having 27 foods really weird because, like, I know there's a fair amount of calories in condensed milk, but that seems a little high for food value because it doesn't have a super lot of nutrition in it, from what I understand. All right, we're almost done with our ammo crafting. 45s? 45s. Oh, that is a lot of 45. That is almost 45 minutes of 45s. Don't come in without permission, zombie. That's rude. But yeah, so remember, if a European ever tells an American something about the metric system, just remember it's all their fault anyways. Yep, not to burst their bubble, but a lot of times kinda. If it was a political problem, it was probably Britain. If it's a metric problem, it's technically Britain too. Alright, what food can we make? Let's just dump a bunch of fuel into here. We can make grilled meat. It's not great. I thought I had some water. Why can't I make, didn't I have a bunch of murky water? Ah, what happened to my murky water? Oh wait, it's probably in my, it's in my, mini bike, duh. Let's see, where is my mini bike? Out here, I think. But yeah, by the way, I think the single biggest thing I appreciate the most out after playing the Survivor mod was going back to Tarkov and having 200 points of stamina. Like that stamina rebalance, oh my god, that is beautiful. Like the base game needs to rebalance stamina. It's just kind of tedious. Seeds? Seeds. Alrighty there. Now we can make some water. There we go. I guess we'll make a few grilled meat just to have them on hand. I don't intend to look for eggs, so whatever. Alright, even more junk in my inventory now. Um, I'll sell these when I get the chance. I'll sell this when I get the chance. We don't really need another hammer. What does that scrap into anyways? That's a decent amount of iron. I'll scrap it. Don't want to scrap weapon parts though. Those are hard to get. I don't intend to use that, I don't think. We'll keep this on hand. We'll sell this. Keep this. Those tool sets are going to be real useful. Dump this, dump this. Yes, please. Keep this on hand. We'll get the extras away. Oh, hey, that could be useful. I break my leg a lot in this game. Keep our fuel. Alright. We are almost loaded for bear again. Yeah. It's really strange, too, because it's honestly not that much of a difference compared to the base game, but it just feels so much better. Anything else I'm going to put away? I think that's basically everything. This is to sell, this is to keep. That's ammo, so I should put that away. Alrighty, we should be pretty good now. Let's build even more AP ammo, because we're going through that so fast. Can we make the 545, 545, and this is 39? Yes, it is. Yeah, we can make a bunch of that too. It's gonna take hours to craft all of that, but like, we'll be back. We'll go out and do something in the meantime. Did we have any brass or anything that we want to smelt? Brass is a lot rarer in this mod. Weighted head, I'll probably just scrap that. I'm not gonna use clubs in this playthrough, so scrap that. Alrighty. I think we're good to go. I don't know if I want to do a quest for Jen or if I just want to look straight for the, oh yeah, I do need to put down my, claim. Land claim. And my cot. Cot. Sleeping bag? Bag? No, bedroll, that's it. I just need some plant fiber. Yeah, And if I'm not mistaken, all I need to do is loot some of the RIP version, which I already have, and then I need what to make this? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take your advice and craft that. Like, I know the tool sets are kind of hard to get, but I feel like it's just good to have another ammo type. Also, like worst come to worst, I'm not averse to just magicking up a tool set if it's going to be a significant delay. Like I think I had two of them at like when I left off. Oh hey, cool! I didn't realize you could stack those separately. All right, sleeping bag, please, or whatever they call it. Um, I literally just did this. It's not sleeping bag. It's not bag. It's bedroll. That's it. That's such a weird distinction. Yeah. Okay. So let me look at that real quick. Actually. Oh man, you were not kidding. Range damage 20. Interesting. Armor. So this one does a little less armor damage, but it does way more just like regular damage. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, definitely aim at the knees. Actually, now that I see that, can I stop my crafting real quick and make the ACP version when I get that done? Where's my schematic for the AP? There we go. Let's see, ACP, or yeah, grip. So it's not that much different, honestly. But yeah, sure. Let's make the RIP version now. Well, no zombies so far. I'm sure they could do it if they wanted to. Alright, so the AK-74. We need the 545. We'll just leave that crafting in the background because that's going to take like an hour. Alright, our water and meat's ready. We are almost ready to have an adventure. And I'll just pop that down here. Honestly, if we just like post on Reddit enough about how it's so easy to shoot zombies in the legs because all of them are perfect, because that's the perfect point to hit them, I'm sure the Fun Pimps will add something in for the legs in no time. They love doing that. Alright, so wood. Don't need to bring that with me. And I'll sell these. Alright, and I'll just pump this into my gas real quick. Alright, I think we're good to go. Wait, I'm still thirsty? Wow. I'll let that build up too much. So as a side note, I've only very recently realized that underneath of your toolbar, there's the symbols for food and water. I'd played this game for so long without ever noticing that. Alright, so we have Jen here, and that's the forest over there, so I'm gonna guess other biomes are gonna be here or here. Oh, you're right, actually. They would lower the dismemberment chance and make them tougher overall. Which is kind of a weird one, by the way, because I do think some of the zombies need to be a little tougher, but like in specific ways that I don't trust them to balance correctly, if I'm being honest. Oh wait, I had the headlight for the my bike, didn't I? I want that back. Light. Kick off. Yes. There we go. Let me see if that's the right one. Leg armor. Playing in the EFT over. Yeah. Yeah. I don't necessarily think it's like should be a priority or anything, but it's definitely something I would like to see in the future because like I don't like a one size fits all scenario. Like I definitely like to have to like react to the enemies. One of the best games that I've played for that was Dead Space, where like every enemy had its own little thing and you had to shoot them in different ways, and like it really changed up the gameplay. So I've always used Dead Space is my example of that. And I think more games need to do that. Like just headshots or just body shots or whatever, or in this case just knee shots. Like that's all fine and well, but it's much much more fun if you have to vary it up and think while you're in the middle of a survival situation. Let's see. Rest area. All right. So this, why am I going this way? That's going towards the forest. I need to go the exact other way, if anything. So either down here or up there. So in most of my map generations now, the snow has been on the opposite side from the snow has been on the opposite side from the burnt forest. but I don't really feel like going to the forest, so we're just gonna go up here and see what happens, because I suspect the desert's gonna be up here. Yep, definitely. Like I really cannot give I cannot give this mod enough praise for having even different kinds of armor, because like it's such an easy change, and it's just like, why wouldn't the devs do that in the base game, honestly? Like, it's pretty easy. If they already, like, just give the zombies our equipment, right? That's all they would have to do. Like, it's just whatever the modeling is and a little bit of stat work in the database. Yeah, I'm really, like, I have to give. So, like, I've obviously played Oblivion, Skyrim, I've played Fallout. I have to give the modders in this game specifically credit. Like, they do some interesting stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll kind of glide around here and then see what I find up there. The because like I played plenty of mods, and as an example, Fallout 3, because that was probably the Fallout game I modded the hardest. Like I remember plenty of mods adding extra ammo types and weapons into it like this one, and even playing around with recoil. But I don't remember a single one being like even coming close to how good the games feel in Tarkov, or the Tarkov overhaul mod rather, not the actual game Tarkov. Oh, by the way, Callan, you ever play the actual Tarkov game? I haven't, and I'm like this mod's slowly convincing me I should. Um, Either desert or wasteland will be northwest. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Either one would be fine, honestly. I just want a little more challenge than it is in this area. Yeah, like I vaguely watched a streamer play it, and I had no clue what was going on, and the streamer had no clue what was going on. Yeah, yeah. Here's the thing about the hackers. Every shooter game that's on PC has too many hackers. Like there's like I was hearing about the Battlefield 6 like they had their beta, and in the beta there was a bunch of like they banned 300,000 hackers or some crazy stuff like that. And that was the beta. Like imagine what the release is going to be like. Which is a shame too, because I was really hoping Battlefield 6 would be like a great game. I like the Battlefield series quite a bit, but I haven't played them in a long time. Like Battlefield Bad Company 2 was like peak. I remember playing the recon class and calling in airstrikes and leveling jungles in a Vietnam-style warfare on an island. It was crazy. Yeah, fair enough. I totally understand wanting a single-player experience because, like, people means people. Yeah, like actually, that's the. Oh, hey, desert. We found the desert. Alrighty, so that probably means the snow might be up here or over there, because the snow is almost always attached to a desert for some reason in the past 3 saves I've had. If we can just find a major city and have the trader there, that would be amazing. Let's see. Where would a city be? If I was a city, where would I be? I wouldn't be anywhere because I'm a city. Alrighty. I think I see something over there. That might be a city there. Oh, by the way, I saw on Reddit in the desert, someone's world gen like created almost a Grand Canyon kind of thing. Is that a light there? Created like almost a Grand Canyon, and they immediately like of course, rocketed off of it, and somehow they survived with only a broken leg. That was hilarious. I'm always afraid that's gonna happen now. Ever since I saw that on Reddit. I know, right? I know. I absolutely hate. So let me run this by account. So this is an idea I've had for a while. So get rid of biome progression. Well, not necessarily get rid of it, but put certain resources into certain biomes. Like we already have fuel being easiest to get in the desert, so that's one, and then just do the same for the rest of them. And then instead of having like each biome being steadily harder, like they can be a little harder, but instead rework heat. So when you do stuff in a biome, like you kill stuff, you put down your base, whatever, maybe like have a little extra heat for stuff like forges and stuff. and then like the heat just steadily raises the difficulty level in the area. So if you want to, you can stay in an area forever, outside of maybe little trips into the other areas. I don't know why they don't do that, honestly, because like as an example, I personally hate the desert now because of the spitters and never want to go into it outside of getting the initial trader. So yeah, and that would just let me never go into it, as an example. I know, right? Once again, by the way, so I think this game has three styles. There's Quester, there's questers, so they do the questing, they get all their resources from traders and what they loot while doing trader missions. Then there's base builders, and then there's nomads. Currently, like questers, everything they want's taken care of. They just do the quest, they buy what they need, they loot what they want. They have their own little gameplay loop, and difficulty comes from moving to the next zone. But for people who want to build a base, like it can take an hour plus to unload your forge, and that's awful. So instead, like if they just made three little changes, they changed the heat to what I said a few minutes ago, and then they just bring learn by doing back. They leave the magazines. If you never want to do learn by doing, you don't do learn by doing. If you want to do learn by doing, you can do it and never touch the magazines. And then base builders basically have a whole game all to themselves because they can just like loot. They don't have to loot. They don't have to go anywhere. They can just start gathering materials from their local area, and then like you have this whole nother gameplay style for base builders. And then for nomads, this is an interesting change. So way back, I believe it was in 19, you used to be able to find crafting tables and benches and stuff out in the world. So now the nomad would be like they find points of interest, and they never have to build anything. They just purely use stuff out in the world. And so now like they just go around being a murder hobo, going to the area they need to go for their resources. And I just think that'd be a cool idea. Really? I actually have been too afraid to do that, if I'm being honest. Like, it's good to know that's an option, though. Thank you. I actually did not know that. Like, it makes sense that would happen, but I've just been too afraid to do it. Like, I usually have a few thousand iron in my forges, so I'd never want to take a risk with the stuff inside of it. Alright, that's good to know. Oh, county jail. This one might be fun. That's some good difficulty right there, but do I have enough bullets for it? I think I might have to come back for this one. Save point, save point. County jail. Alright, I'm gonna come back for that one after I get more bullets. Let's see. Presumably the trader should be around here somewhere. Yeah, I've been meaning to check out the Rebirth the mod, but like, I think it needs to be updated for 2.0. I'm not sure if that's the case, and even if it doesn't, like, I kind of want to play around with Tarkov a bit more before I try Rebirth. Yeah, I know, like, they've completely destroyed Nomad. It's like they kind of hate that you just enjoy going around the map, which is wild, because like I said earlier, the play system is probably one of the best parts of this game. It's wild that they seem to resent it almost. Like, they want you to go where they want you to go, and they want you to do the quest, and presumably have a story at some point, which is like, eh. I mean, if it's there, it's there, but I'm only ever gonna do it once. Like, honestly, I think they would learn from the lesson of like Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout. You do the main quest once to see it, and then you never do it again. You go off to do all the side stuff. But yeah, I think it's also debatable if they hurt the base building style worse because like if you don't have the magazine to make the crafting bench, you're kind of just like doomed. Like you just have to go out and get that magazine, and if you don't want to do, oh hey look, it's another rejects. But anyways, if you don't want to go out and get that magazine, you just want to stay in your base, you're kind of screwed. But the Nomad at least can go around and do stuff. Like eventually they're going to get pretty bored, but like the resources are more than enough that they wouldn't need to worry about it. Oh yeah, mountain lion. I feel like you wouldn't find a mountain lion of that size just wandering around the desert, but whatever. I don't know that much about mountain lions. Ooh, now you're speaking my language. Real quick on the EFT. So, from what I remember from your comment on YouTube, the way the EFT mod works is that it brings in the guns, but with a simplified ammo system. And does it have like the mods too, or is it just the guns? Like how comprehensive is it? Also, for the YouTube folks, join me next time to find out more about EFT extraction. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, YouTubers.